Well, hello, welcome back, or welcome in for the first time. I am Stephanie Gray, and this is Holy Shift. And we talk about all things that are shift related. I personally believe, and there are many others like myself who believe that there is a shift in consciousness happening on the planet right now, that we're at the beginning stages of this, and it's an interesting ride so far. And one of the reasons I decided to make this and create these small bite-sized conversations is because why not, right? We all need to begin talking about it, those of us that are feeling the shift, and to feel a sense of, hey, I'm not alone. There is community. There are other people out there who are feeling similar things, and also to just provide some stability in the storm, right? Some calm in the storm. So thank you again for showing up or for coming in for the first time. And today we're going to talk about alignment. And when I say alignment, basically what I'm talking about as we're shifting is we are shifting into this alignment to our heart space, alignment to our truth, alignment to who we truly are. Um, we were becoming more aligned with our true self. And that is very heart-based, in my opinion. And that's what I've been feeling. And it can sometimes feel very lonely. We are in the heart of the holiday season here in America when I'm recording this. And as I have been following my intuition, my heart, and living more in my heart space, what I'm finding is that more and more people and situations and things tend to leave. And that's alignment, right? That is moving into a space of truth. And it is not always easy. Um, I may have talked about this before. I know I talk about this a lot in the various communities I'm in, but thinking moving from the heart is this super kumbaya moment, and everything's going to be just fine and everything's going to be great. But honestly, moving and aligning into the heart space and moving and aligning into what is mine, what is mine to do rather, what feels in alignment with my truth can be a dicey, bumpy ride. And so that's what I wanted to talk about a little bit because as we move into the holidays, I find myself for the first time it feeling quite isolated and alone, and maybe not for the first time. Let me back up because if I'm being completely truthful, the holidays do kick off some things for me, and I think that's for many people. Um, but I will say that this year in particular has been super hard because of the alignment situations that have happened in my life, the loss of family members, not to death, but to alignment, right? Um, you go your way, I'll go mine. That's part of what alignment is, at least it is for myself and for many others who I've talked to, who I've worked with. The alignment to the heart space can be quite uncomfortable. And that is because we are letting go of parts of our life that no longer is in alignment. And when we say, okay, I want to be more in my truth, I want to know more of what is mine to do. And when we state that and call that in for us, things begin to shift. And I mean, if I had to sum up what the shift is, I think a big portion of it is just that we are shifting and changing who we truly are, or at least uncovering. Right, we're uncovering what has been there all the time, and we now have the frequencies and the sun energy and all of that is happening at this time to help us to uncover what is not ours and to sort of shake forth and out what is no longer serving. And sometimes, sometimes that can be relationships and jobs and I mean, fill in the blank. It is not for the weak of heart. But the thing is, when we start to do this alignment and we move into that truth, there is a stillness, there is a peace, and there is a sense of there's something bigger happening here, right? And so it doesn't necessarily make it easier, but it's different. And I guess if, I did a quick timeline going through all of, when I decided that I wanted to begin aligning to more of my truest self, so many things began happening starting in about 2011, I think. Meeting I mean just I'm not even going to go through all of it. There was a lot, there was a lot of shuffling about. There was a job ending, there was a relationship ending, there was another relationship beginning. There were points where my coworkers were calling me absolutely nuts for some of the choices that I was making. I mean, I can just go on and on and on, and then it just begins to unfold and it clears away what is not ours. And that when I say it, I mean the energies and I mean our intention to invite our truth back up front and center. Um, and so I, I wanted to create this particular conversation today to just say, if you are feeling alone, if you are feeling disconnected, continue to call yourself back. Continue to call yourself, to your heart. Know that you're not alone. Know that this is a lot and that you can do this. Like it just continue to do the work and whatever that means for you. Continue to be in your creative self. Continue to go on your walks. Drink water, connect with your pets if you have pets. Just those moments of stillness where you call yourself back in and sort of shut off the goings on around you in the world. And take a deep breath and know that this crazy stuff that's happening and the misalignments and the miscommunications and the the leaving of people in your life, there's a bigger picture at play. There's a bigger picture at play, and it may be super uncomfortable, but there it's like there's a reason for it all. And we can do this. We're doing this together. And just to become more aligned and more familiar with that true being inside, with our truth, with our heart space, with divinity. Like nothing beats that, right? It can get sad and a little bit lonely, but when we, at least for me, when I started to get to know that part of myself, nothing, nothing else matters. Like that trumps everything, pardon the word. Um, that that wins. Like love wins, and love is the energy that I'm talking about, divinity, truth. So that's what I wanted to talk about today, that this journey can be bumpy. That's one of the reasons why I started this, because you're not alone. You're not alone. And I welcome any comments. If you want to get a hold of me, all my information, you can get a hold of me through my contact form on my website. All of this stuff is linked down below. And if you're watching this, it'll probably be right after the Christmas holiday. But I just want you to know you're not alone. Okay, that's it. I've gone on long enough, but thank you so much for tuning in, and I can't wait to see what happens next.